Dur ben de vereceğim.
Yapmayın abi, utanıyorum ben.
Evet.
O fotoğrafta benim elime geçer biliyor musun? Çok zor bir şey yani. Bazen anlam çok uzun sürüyor.
Bayağı poz verdim mi? Dur bir de şöyle izledim.
Uzalar seni çektim.
Are you sure I can help you in any way, Bluntschli?
Quite, thanks.
Ceren cannot.
We'll manage it.
Yes, we'll manage it. He finds out what to do, draws out the orders, and I sign division of labor. Another. Thank you. This hand is more accustomed to the sword than to the pen.
It is very good of you, Bluntschli. It is indeed to let yourself be put upon in this way. Now, are you quite sure I can do nothing?
You can stop interrupting, Paul.
Eh? Quite right, my lord. Quite right. Oh, but you haven't been campaigning, Captain. You don't know how pleasant it is for us to sit here after a good lunch with nothing to do but enjoy ourselves. There is only thing I want. There is only one thing I want to make me truly comfortable.
What is that?
My old coat. I don't feel at home in this one. I feel as if I were in a parade.
You're so absurd about that old coat. It must be hanging in the blue closet where you left.
My dear, I tell you I looked there. Am I to believe my own eyes or not? Now, what are you showing up that bell for? My dear, if you think the obstinacy of your sex can make a coat out of two old dressing gown of Raina's, your waterproof and my Macintosh, you are mistaken. That's exactly what the blue closet contains at present.
Nicola, go to the blue closet and bring your master's old coat here, the braided one he wears at home.
Yes, madam.
Catherine,
Yes, Paul.
I bet you any piece of jewelry you like to order from Sofia against a week's housekeeping money, that the coat is in there.
Done, Paul.
Hey, here's an opportunity for some sport. Who'll bet on it? Bluntschli, I'll give you 6 to 1.
It will be robbing you, Major. Madam, it's sure to be right.
Bravo, Switzerland. Me, I bet my best shot against an Arab man from Raina that Nicola finds the coat in the blue club.
Your best charger?
Uh-huh.
Don't be foolish, Paul. An Arabian mare will cost you 50,000 levas.
Oh, really, Mother? If you're going to take the jewelry, I don't see why you should grudge me my errand.
Where was it, Nicola?
Hanging in the blue closet, madam.
Well,
Paul?
I could have sworn it wasn't there. It just began to tell on me. I'm having hallucinations. Here, hand me the change. Excuse me, Bluntschli. Now, remember, Sergius, I didn't take that bet of yours. You better give Raina that Arabstidio Sam, since you has expectations. Hey, Raina! She's dreaming, as usual.
Sure, she shall not be the loser.
I shan't come off so cheaply. I expect so much, the better for her. Now I feel home at last.
That's the last order.
What? Finished?
Finished.
Haven't you anything for me to sign?
Not necessary. His signature will do.
Well, I think you've done a good 100 days of work. Can I have anything more?
You better both see the fellows that ought to take these. Pack them up at once and show them that I've marked on the orders the times they should hand them in by. Tell them that if they find me enslaved, if they stop to drink or tell stories, they will have the skin taken off their backs.
I'll say so. And if one of them is man enough to spit in my face for result. I'll buy his discharge and give him a pension.
Just see that he talks to them properly, Major, will you?
Quite right, Bluntschli. Quite right. By the by, Catherine, you may as well come too. They are more afraid of you than me.
I dare say I'd better. You will only splutter at them.
What an army! They make cannons out of cherry trees, and the officers sent for their wives to keep discipline.
You look ever so much nicer than when we last met. What have you done to yourself?
Washed, brushed, good night's sleep, and breakfast. That's all.
Did you get back safely that morning?
Quite, thanks.
Were they angry with you for your running away from Sergius's charge?
No, they were glad, because they had all just run away themselves.
It must have made a lovely story for them then. All that about me in my room.
Capital story, but I only told it to one of them, a particular friend.
On whose discretion you could absolutely rely.
Absolutely.
He told it all to my father and Sergius the day you exchanged prisoners.
No, you don't mean that, do you?
I do indeed, but they do not know that it was in this house you took your root. If Sergius knew, he would challenge you and kill you in a duel.
Bless me, then don't tell him.
Please be serious, Captain Bluntschli. Can you not realize what it is to me to deceive him? I want things to be quite perfect with Sergius. No meanness, no smallness, no deceit. My relationship is one noble and beautiful part of my life. I hope you could understand that.
You mean that you wouldn't like him to find out that the story about the ice pudding was, you know.
Don't move it in that flippant way. I lied, I know. But I did it to save your life. He would have killed you. And that was the second time I have ever uttered a falsehood. Do you remember the first time?
I? No? Was I present?
Yes. And I told the officer who was searching for you that you were not present.
Oh, true. I should have remembered it.
It's only natural that you should forget it first. It cost you nothing. It cost me a lie. A lie.
My dear young lady, don't let this worry you. Remember, I'm a soldier. Now, what are the two things that happen to a soldier so often that he comes to think nothing of them? One is hearing people tell lies. The other is getting lied. Said in all sorts of ways by all sorts of people.
And so he becomes a creature incapable of faith and of gratitude.
Do you like gratitude? I don't. But pity is akin to love. Gratitude is akin to the other thing.
Gratitude! If you're incapable of gratitude, you're incapable of any noble sentiment. Even animals are grateful. I now know what you exactly think of me. You were not surprised to hear me lie, no. For you, it was something I do every day, every hour. This is how men think of women.
There's reason in everything. You said you told only 2 lies in your whole life. Dear young lady, isn't that rather a short allowance? I'm quite a straightforward man myself, but it wouldn't last me a whole morning.
Do you know, sir, that you're insulting me right now?
I can't help it. When you strike that noble attitude and speak in that thrilling voice, I admire you, but I find it impossible to believe a single word you say.
Captain Bluntschli!
Yes?
Do you know what you just said right now? Do you mean what you just said right now?
I do.
I! What did you find out?
Instinct, dear young lady, instinct and experience of the world.
Oh. Do you know that you're the first man I have ever met who didn't take me seriously?
You mean, don't you, that I'm the first man that has ever taken you quite seriously?
Yes. I suppose I do mean that. How strange it is to be talked in such a way. I mean, I've always gone on like that.
You mean the...
I mean, the noble attitude and the thrilling voice. I did it as a tiny child to my nurse. She believed in it. I did before my parents. They believed in it. I did it before Sergius. He believed in it.
Yes, his little in that line himself, isn't it?
Oh, you think so?
You know him better than I do.
Oh, I wonder. Is he? If I thought that. Oh, what does it matter? I suppose now that you found me out, you would despise it.
No, my dear young lady, no, no. No, 1,000 times. It's part of your hue, part of your charm. Unlike all the rest of them, the nurse, your parents, surgeons. I'm your infatuated admirer.
Really?
Come, aus Herz. Really and truly.
But what did you think of me for giving me my portrait?
Your portrait? You never gave me your portrait.
Do you mean to say you never got it?
No? When did you send it to me?
I did not send it to you! It was in the pocket of that coat.
Uh-oh. I never found it. It must be there still.
There still? For my father to find it in the first time he puts his hand in his pocket? Oh, how could you be so stupid?
It doesn't matter. I suppose it's only a photograph. How can he tell who it was intended for? Just tell him that he put it there himself.
It is so clever, isn't it? What should I do?
I see. You wrote something on it. That was rash.
Oh, to have done such a thing for you, who wouldn't care except to laugh at me? Are you sure nobody has touched it?
Well, I can't be quite sure. You see, I couldn't carry it about with me all the time. One can't take much luggage on active service.
What did you do with it?
When I got through the bureau, I had to put it in safekeeping somehow. I told off the railway cloakroom, but that's the surest place to get looted in modern warfare, so I pawned it.
Found it!
I know it doesn't sound nice, but it was much the safest plan. I redeemed it the day before yesterday.
You have a low shopkeeping mind. You think of things that would never come into a gentleman's mind.
That's the Swiss national character, me lady.
I wish I never met you.
For you, the messenger is waiting.
Will you excuse me? The last postal delivery that reached me was 3 weeks ago. These are the subsequent accumulations. Poor telephone's a week old. Oh, bad news.
Bad news?
My father's dead.
Horrible.
Yes. I shall start for home in an hour. He's left a lot of big hotels behind him to be looked after. He's a working letter from the family solicitor. Great heavens! 70, 200, 400, 4,000, 9,600? What on earth am I to do with them all?
9,000 hotels?
Hotels? Nonsense. If you only knew. It's too ridiculous. Excuse me. I must give my fellow orders about stopping.
He has not much heart, that Swiss. He has not a word of grief for his poor father.
A man who has been doing nothing but killing people for years. What does he care? What does any soldier care?
Major Sinan has been fighting too, but he has plenty of heart left. Huh. I thought you wouldn't get much feeling out of your soldier.
I have been trying all the afternoon to get a minute alone with you, my girl. What? What passion is it of waiting to sleep, child?
My own passion.
Indeed. If the mistress gets you, she will talk to you.
Is there any reason why you should take it on yourself to talk to me?
Oh, come. Don't be so country with me. I have some good news for you. see? A 20 level beer. Sergius gave me that out of pure swagger. A fool and his money are so parted. And I have 10 levels more. The Swiss gave me for backing up the mistresses and Raina's lies about him. His noble reasons. You should have heard the old Çetin downstairs, as polite as you please to me, telling me not to remind the major being a little impatient, for they knew what a good servant I was, after making a fool and a liar of it for them all. The 20 will go to our savings, and you shall have the 10 to spend if you will only talk to me so as to remind me I'm a human being. Ugh, I get tired of being a servant occasionally.
Yes. Sell your manhood for 30 levas and buy me for 10. Keep your money. You were born to be a servant. I was not. When you set up your shop, you'll only be everybody's servant instead of somebody's servant.
Wait till you see. We shall have our evenings to ourselves. I shall be the master of my own house, I promise you.
You shall never be